Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, good evening. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Please feel free to share and tag someone they can. Definitely come and watch the replay, as the replays are always up. It used to be before Facebook changed. It used to be up until, but after 30 days, the videos are deleted. But I try to save them. I need to do better at that because I have about 5 years of videos in different things over the years that I need to transfer and put on one of the podcast channels. But there's been some things that I have on my to-do list, and hopefully I'll be able to get some of that stuff done this year. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and you can share, and you can tag someone. But welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm glad that you have joined me. If you just found me, because there's one thing about social media. Social media is a great tool. It's a great resource as long as we use it the right way. How many of you know that it's not that the social media is bad? Sometimes people don't know the use of a thing. People abuse it. They misuse it. They utilize it in the wrong way. But social media is good. But hello to you, those of you that are coming in. Let me go ahead and get started to you. This is Wisdom Wednesday. This is Wisdom Wednesday. It's the second Wisdom Wednesday of 2026. And can you believe that we are already in the middle of January? New Year's, Christmas just ain't too long past. Happy New Year, all of those good things, and we're already flying. This year is flying by. Okay, it's flying by. So I know many of some of you are fasting. Some of you have, you're on to your new goals and different things that you said, your New Year's resolutions or whatever that you have put out there that you wanted to do for this particular year. And I pray that you have begun to make some progress on those things. Remember, it's not how quick you get things done. The Bible tells us the race is not given to the swift, but to those who endure to the end. And just with the word endurance, just looking at the word endurance, just know that it is a process, okay? It is definitely a process. So don't be looking at your neighbor. Don't be wondering why your best friend is here, there. Don't be wondering why your cousin, your family member, this person over here, somebody, your coworker on your job. Don't look and compare where you are to where others are. That's what happens sometimes when we start looking and take our eyes off the prize. We take our eyes off the lane that we're in, and we start looking and try to compare what someone else is doing, and that is not your lane. Then you begin to stumble. Then you begin to get discouraged. I don't even know. That's not even what I came up here to talk about tonight. But I need for you to really, truly understand that do not compare your journey or where you are with no one else's. Whenever you arrive to the destination that God has for you to arrive to, then that is for you. But do not compare. You may be doing some of the same things. They may be looking like they may, people, it may sound good for them and this, that, and the other, but just make sure that you are not hard on yourself this year, because it looked like things that you have planned, you have set out, it has not happened. Okay, that's why we love sometimes those of you that are believers, or even the ones that may know some grandma scriptures, or people that have been said the certain scriptures over the years. We love quoting Jeremiah 29:11, for the plans. He has the plans for us, y'all. For I know the plans that he has for us. That's what it says. It says for I, meaning he knows the plans he has for us. We don't know them. We speak, we organize, we set up things, we do all of that. Yeah, because the Bible tells us to write the vision and make it plain. So we are supposed to be writing and studying and doing those things to grow and to make sure that we have our skill set intact. So whenever it's time to launch or do hello to those of you who are coming on and do those things. But we got to remember, we do not know the plans that he has for us, but he tells us their plans not to harm us, but to prosper us and to give us an expected end. Listen, we expect to get to a place. We expect to get to the end. We expect to finish our race. However, along that plan that we may have, along the path, along the trying to get to the end of the road, along that path, there will be bumpy roads. There will be things, there'll be obstacles, there'll be challenges, there'll be no's, there'll be closed doors, there'll be people that have left you, whatever the case may be. But it says he knows the plans. It's all part of his plans, not our plans. Yeah, our plans, we don't have nothing that we're going through. Our plans that we say is we don't put challenge and incorporate all of these obstacles and different things that we have to go through. Hello. However, he knows them. So this particular year, and this is what that ain't even the nugget for tonight, but I feel a word of encouragement is pay attention to what you're supposed to be doing. Look at what you're supposed to be doing. Give yourself grace if you do not make it or do it in the time frame that you think, because that's our problem sometimes. We get frustrated, mad, and upset when stuff don't happen when we say, or for those of you that always turn around trying to run after a prophetic word, that when they say it, that it's supposed to happen right then. That's not how prophetic, that's not how things do. Sometimes it does. But at the end of the day, a lot of times it does not. In the word, it says there's a time and season for everything. In the word, it says, trust in him with all of our hearts and lean not to our own understanding. In all of our ways, not some, but all. In all of our ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct our path. So see, we like to quote some of these scriptures a lot of times, and we pick and choose what we want to believe in. We pick and choose what we want to trust. We pick and choose what to focus on. And then when stuff does not go the way, or the prophetic word does not happen in 2 days, then we feel some type of way. But remember what the word says. Take it to the maker so he can give you direction. He can give you instruction. He can tell you exactly what, when, how, and why. And you just stay the course. Have the faith to believe that a promise is a promise. I put that on my social media page the other day. A promise is a promise. But let me get into this so I can go on. I got other things to do before I take it in this evening. But tonight, through it all, that right there, through it all. Hello to those of you that are coming on. Thank you for joining me this evening. Through it all, you survived. Through it all, you didn't give up. Through it all, aren't you glad you didn't throw in the towel? Through it all, he sent help. Through it all, although you feel afflictions of your body, you still are able to live, move, and have your being. Through it all. Through it all, your head is above water. Through it all, the Bible says he's never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So although you might not have a job right now, you may be in the midst of looking for a job. Through it all, he provided, or he's providing, or he's connecting you to somebody or people who can. Now, let me tell you something else. In this particular season, when we talk, because sometimes people, especially, listen, sometimes people are getting to a place where financially you're not where you are or where you want to be. Okay. We've been hearing a lot of these things about saving, doing this and doing that. Let me tell y'all something. And hey, if the shoe fits, wear it. If I step on your toe, say ouch. We have to understand the time of day that we are in. This economy, all these high prices, all these other things. Money management is very important. Prioritizing what you're spending and stuff, and you know you got this bill over here and this over here and all these things over there is very important. Now you have people who are straight up really, they're homeless. They don't have income. There's different things, circumstances. They're battling addiction. They don't have no family they can go stay with. It's so many things that they really can't help. But for those of you who can, that mismanage your money, that rob Peter to pay Paul, because you want to be living like the Joneses and the Smiths and all these other people. You want to go and act like you got it like that, knowing that you are robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's time out of trying to measure yourself up against other people, because you don't know the struggle that they may be going through. Just because it may look one way does not mean. Let me tell you something. I have some testimonies of times in my life when I'm single, being a single parent, having a child and being pregnant, being placed out of work while I was pregnant, no income coming in. The things that I had to, to do this, that, and the other. But guess what? I never, listen, my children, it never went without. Do you understand? Never went without. God, they blessed. He even blessed that the apartment managers, they worked with me. Do you understand? They worked with me until I was able to pay the lump sum of almost 6 or 7 months of not paying any rent. Listen, I got some stories to tell. You may see what you may see now, but you have no clue of through it all, how I survived, through it all, how I made it, through it all, how he covered me, through it all, how he protected me, kept me in my right mind. There were times I almost lost my life. Listen, let me tell you something. That through it all, the other day, it was a brief encouraging word. It was a brief thing, sometimes I get to do encouraging, but it'd be about 2-3 minutes during the day. And it said, take me through that. When I tell you, he took me through that. He took me through that, and he made sure I went through and got to the other side. Every time there's a test or a trial or a challenge, let me tell you something. He takes me through there, because I know without him, I would not survive. There's so many things that sometimes when some of you may be looking and thinking, oh, they have it like that. Oh, this, that, and other. You have no clue all the hell that another person is going through. So don't you dare covet or idolize what somebody else has or what it looked like, because baby, you couldn't walk in them shoes. I wanted listen here, you couldn't walk. I'm trying to tell you. But you remember this in 2026, through it all. Not only did you survive, you're going to survive. You were surviving. I don't care what it looked like, what your circumstances are that you're going through now. Listen, his word, his names, Jehovah Jireh, that's a heal provider. Matter of fact, he is the provider. You got going through stuff in your body. You got a body of affliction. You got these doctor reports. Listen, I know him as Jehovah Rapha. He is the healer. Do you hear me? He's so many things to us, including our refuge. Listen, all I can tell you is this. Just remember, through it all, you're here. Through it all, no matter what it looks like, you made it. Through it all, you survived, or you are surviving. When he left you, when she left you, when they told you one thing, when they said you would never be no one, when they said you didn't have the ability or the skills to get the position, when they closed the door, when your friends left, when all the generational curses they hover over you. When all of these different things that you can think and talk about, through it all, you're going to make it. And that needs to be your declaration 2026. Through it all. Healing is going to be your portion. Through it all. Peace is your portion. Through it all. You're blessed and highly favored. Through it all. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm talking about you need to pick up some words, because words are powerful, but don't just say them. You need to believe exactly what you said. Believe exactly what you said. So I just come by for a brief moment on Wisdom Wednesday to say through it all. And you got to finish the rest. I tell you one thing, you better be speaking in your own life as much as you look for somebody else to. You better be encouraging to your own self as long as you want somebody else to. You got to be first partakers to a lot of things, and that is believing in yourself as well. Knowing that you have the ability, you have the willpower to open your mouth and say exactly what he said, because the word says that his word would not return to him void, but it will accomplish exactly what it says. So you need to believe that for your own self and begin to work the power of your words over your life, your children's life, and those who are connected to you. I pray I said something this evening that has blessed you, that has caused you to think, that has maybe caused you to say ouch or reset, whatever you need to do. Thank you for joining me on Wisdom Wednesday. And please, if this blessed you, bless somebody else with it. Hold on to the things that touched you so that you can be able to go through this year and say you survived. Okay? Be encouraged, y'all, and have a great evening.